Court will now reconvene. Nick, Edgy, the two of you are going to hang me out the two of you are going to hang me out to dry, aren't you? No, not the both of us, just Mr. Wright. Nick, how could you? I don't really think he did, of course, but I've got to use whatever leads I can. Mr. Butts, there's a possibility you moved the lantern that had the dead body in it. If you want to clear yourself any suspicion, all you have to do is testify. Now then, your testimony, please, witness. Nick, you big fat stinking jerk! How can you doubt your best bud? We've known each other since elementary school. We'll get this, pal. Our friendship's over. Well, go ahead, Mr. Wright. He's all you. Why me? You're the one who called to the stand, so it's your responsibility. Thanks, old chum. Can't have you show me a little respect, even just a shred? You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright. What if there's any testimony to cross-examine?
Hold it!
Come on, Larry. Can't you please give me something real to work with? Don't think I don't know about your tricks. If I say something careless, you're going to shove some evidence at me with a loud objection and a super smug look on your face. Yeah, well, that is my job. And if I get found guilty, how are you going to take responsibility for what you've done? Why should I take responsibility for just doing my job? You heartless jerk, don't you have any compassion for me?
Hold it!
I'm sorry, Mr. Butts, but if it wasn't Miss White that entered the hole with that card, then you're the most likely suspect. Nick, are you seriously doubting the innocence of your old childhood friend? Well, technically, yes. But it isn't personal, I assure you. Oh, the truth won't believe in me no matter what. Can't you see my tears? Don't it mean anything to you? Nick! You don't really think you can cry your way out of this, do you? Okay, fine. In that case...
Hold it!
Larry, listen to me. Shut up! I'm not talking to you anymore! This is getting us nowhere. Come off it, Larry. If you don't quit fooling around and start testifying, Miss White will be found guilty. For real? If no new information comes out of this cross-examination, then yes, Mr. Butts, for real. Not that I'd have a problem with that myself. Larry, just tell us the truth already. Did you or did you not go into the hold and move a lantern up to the reception hall? I never moved any ball lantern, I tell you. Ball lantern? What, did I say something weird? You told me you didn't attend the wedding reception. so what? Then that's odd. No one in this courtroom ever mentioned the sex of the lantern that was moved. How could you know it was a bull lantern? You didn't have to actually go to the reception to know that. Anyone here could tell that two Pegaballs were looking at the Flying Chapel's pamphlet. All I can tell right now is there's a strong scent of bull in the air here. Please add that last statement to your testimony, Mr. Butts. Peg a cow, peg a bull.
Objection!
I want you to take a look at this, Mr. Butts. Because unfortunately for you, the pamphlet clearly shows a peg a cow and a peg a bull in their example diagram of the reception hall. Huh? But on that day, instead of putting a peg a cow and peg a bull out for the bride and groom, there were two male Pegabulls on display. Yet somehow you knew there were two Pegabulls in the reception hall that day. There's only one way you'd know something like that, Larry. It was you who moved the Pegaball to the reception hall, wasn't it? Ah! No. Larry, you didn't. Mr. Butts, did you move the lantern containing the victim's body to the reception hall? That's what it looks like. What? Wait, Nick! You don't think I'm the murderer, do you? Maybe you and Mr. Gloomsbury were fighting over Miss Wyatt and ended up killing him? Maya, not you too! Look, I did sneak into the reception, but that's as far as it went. You know me, I wouldn't hurt a fly. You snuck into the reception? Yeah, sure, but some of the Sprocket men caught me and locked me up in one of the cabins. It was pretty awful, actually. That's when we made that drawing of the pterodactyl I showed you, Nick. Ixnay on the aerodactyl tay, Larry. Mr. Wright, not even you would take this farce that far, would you? We are talking about Larry. What do I do? Do I accuse Larry of being the true culprit? No, you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Butts didn't have a reason to kill Mr. Gloomsbury. He might have had an imaginary reason to kill Soren Sprocket, sure, but not Mr. Gloomsbury. After all, he did steal Mr. Sprocket's bride and try to elope with her. Just because I tried to steal somebody's bride doesn't make me a murderer. I believe you, Larry. I don't think you killed anybody either. You'd never do anything like that. Nick, old buddy, old pal, I knew you'd come through for me. Funny that, considering your sworn testimony just now that we're through. Mr. Butts, it's time you told this court the whole truth. Understand? It's just like Nick said, I'm the one who moved the lantern. I was poking around the reception hall before the main event and saw a lantern was broken. There was a note on it that said, "Exchange with the one in the hold, Ellen." I decided to do Ellie a favour. So you switched the lanterns before the reception, did you? That means the victim really was killed before the reception.
It would appear Mr. Butts completely fell for the defendant's scheme.
Scheme? What scheme?
This note from the defendant, exchanged with the one in the hold. Mr. Butts moved the lantern with the body in it upon the reception, up to the reception hall because of this note. Thus, he's become a suspect in Mr. Gloomsbury's murder.
The second lantern did feel pretty heavy. I never would have thought there was a dead body in it.
What was a note like that doing on a lantern in the first place?
You've got it all wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. I left that note for myself. It was simply a reminder because I can be very forgetful.
Objection!
What a sorry excuse, Miss Wyatt. The prosecution contends that this note shows one facet of the defendant's murderous plan. And you, Mr. Butts, you played right into Miss Wyatt's hands.
No way, Edgy, I don't believe it.
Objection!
Do you still really believe Miss Wyatt to be the culprit, Mr. Edgeworth?
Of course. My stance on the matter remains unchanged. Do you think I'm wrong? Prove it with your cross-examination.
Gladly.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Hold it!
So why didn't you tell us that sooner? Because I knew you guys were going to be suspicious of me, that's why. We're suspicious of you now because you tried to hide it.
My faults exactly.
Well, now I've told you, happy? So how about letting me go? No, not yet. We need to stick around to sort a few things out. Oh, fine.
Hold it!
The lantern you swapped out was a female Pegamoo, a Pega cow, correct? Yeah, I guess. Why'd you replace the female lantern with a male? Because I was too busy trying not to get caught. I didn't have time to check for little details like that. If you didn't want to get caught, you could have just left well enough alone, you know. Whatever! Anyway, when I took a look at the broken lantern, I saw...
Hold it!
That note wasn't addressed to you, was it? I guess not, but how can I let my dear sweet lady do all the hard physical labour on her own? It's precisely that thought process that constantly gets you in trouble, Harry. Besides, it was my big chance to show her how much I cared about her.
Hold it!
Nobody saw you the whole time you were switching the lanterns. Nope, I didn't get caught. Not that time, anyway. Not that time? Yeah, well, I tried to sneak into the reception hall the first time. I didn't have as much luck. The sprocket guy spotted me and nabbed me. All of my words are failing me right now. Pretty exciting, don't you think? Larry, you need help. Then they locked me up in one of the cabins. Nick, what are you asking about stuff like this for anyway? Should we try to prove out his innocence? Well, is that statement of his important to the case? Of course it is. Mr. Butts trying to crash the reception and subsequently getting locked up in a cabin. I believe these might be important facts in your case, Your Honour. Very well. Mr. Botts, please add that statement to your testimony.
Hold it!
She got locked up. Then what happened? I broke out. Started looking for Ellie and wandered into the reception hall again. That's when I saw the broken lantern and replaced it. Even after they caught you and locked you up, you still went looking around for Miss Wyatt? But hold on a minute. What is it, Nick? Maya, doesn't something seem weird to you? Larry's saying he replaced the lantern after he broke out the cabin. That's right. Oh, wait, huh? You're right, that doesn't make much sense, does it?
Mr. Wright, have you found inconsistency in the witness's statement?
Yes, I believe so, Your Honour. Mr. Butts moved the lantern after he broke out of the cabin, but that contradicts with this. What does it contradict with, exactly?
Take that!
Oh my god, I've got to repress it. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hold it! Take that!
Is this one of those where I have to go back and press something else? Knowing Larry, he definitely did something stupid somewhere along the way. Larry sure is one special guy. Not everyone has the privilege of being this distrusted by their best friends. Assuming he can't be trusted from the get-go usually makes things easier, I've learned. Oh, I see. You totally trust him to be totally untrustworthy. I guess that just about sums it up.
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it!
Is it the keycard record?
Take that!
No. Fucking hell. I'm not getting penalties for that. Interesting.
Hold it! Take that!
No, I'm not sure where this is going at all. I think I'm going to have to look it up.
Take that!
Is that... Yes, a broken lantern, Your Honour. Mr. Butts, what you're saying doesn't make any sense at all. What? Why not? You swapped the lanterns before the reception began, right? Yeah, that's what I said, isn't it? But you also said you swapped the lanterns after you got locked up in a cabin for trying to seek the reception. In other words, you're saying you swapped the lanterns both before the reception and after the reception took place. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Mr. Butts, did you swap the lanterns before or after the reception? Which was it, before or after? There's a world of difference between the two. Well, Mr. Butts, I guess I can't protect guys like you, you understand? Read it properly. I guess I can't expect guys like you to understand. In a nutshell, it was both before and after the reception. What? I tried to sneak into the first reception and got locked up. The first reception? Don't know where this is going. And through the power of Eddie's pendant, time got rewound and went back to the time before the reception. It was after that when I replaced the lantern. So it was both before the reception and after the reception. Got it? We went back in time before the reception. Of course the reception would take place one more time after that, right? That's why I said it makes perfect sense. Mr. Wright, what in the world is the witness talking about? Has he developed some sort of intellectual ailment I'm not aware of since I saw him last? Well, no, just thinking of his deck like always. No, the sprockets seem to remember the time skip, but I do. And Ellie remembers it too. I don't think the power of our love for each other made that miracle happen.
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but can you please translate this man's gibberish so that the rest of us can understand?
So now I have to be the one to explain the whole time travel thing. Go on, Nick. I know you can do it. Looks like you don't have much choice, Nick. Oh, the hell with it. I can't lose any more dignity today anyway. The defendant, Miss Ellen White, has told the defence the following strange story. She said after the reception ended, she was attacked by Mr. Gloomsbury. She claimed she was being assaulted and made a wish upon her pennant. Please take me back to the blissful moment. In doing so, time apparently rewound itself to just before the reception began.
It's what?
I know it's hard to believe, but think about it this way. Through the power of the pennant, both Ellen Wyatt and Larry Butts experienced time travel.
What?
Objection!
What absolute rubbish. Mr. Wright, I've heard my fair share of your nonsense over the years, but this takes the cake. Have you thoroughly lost your mind?
Objection!
This is simply the conclusion I came to using the logic ability that you love so much.
What?
The truth of the matter is, the future president of Sprocket Aviation, Soren Sprocket, has been researching time machines. What if a time machine had already been successfully created? And what if that one of Sprocket Aviation's top secret inventions?
A time machine?
Yeah, even I saw something while we were time traveling. I saw a pterodactyl flying through the sky. Maybe the airship was set to travel through time for the honeymoon trip.
What? A pterodactyl?
Objection!
You can't possibly have any evidence to back up your ridiculous time travel story.
Well,
As I thought. In any case, I now have the evidence to prove you're no more intelligent than Larry.
Not so fast now, Edgy. I'm not the same old Larry you used to know.
Oh?
You want evidence? I got your evidence right here. This is a photo I secretly took at the first reception.
What? What?
Larry, I can't believe you. Anyway, good job. If we compare the photos of the first and second receptions, we can find a difference. And then we'll be able to prove the reception was held twice.
Do you really think such a difference exists?
Yes, Your Honour. I just need some time to find it for you.
This is preposterous. Very well. Please show the court what's different then.
This is proof positive the Reading reception's been held twice. flowers.
Take that!
Please direct your attention to Miss White's bouquet of flowers. In the photo one of her in-laws took, the defendant is holding a yellow bouquet. But in this photo Mr. Butts took, she is holding a red bouquet. You're right. That's impossible. What does this mean? It means the defendant really did experience 2 wedding receptions. And she did that when she travelled back through time. What? Nick, you did it! You proved Alan's time travel story to be true! I can hardly believe it myself. Just as Alan said, the reception was held twice. This turns every assumption we've based this trial on upside down.
Objection!
I refuse to accept such a ludicrous argument. It's pure fiction under the guise of pseudoscience at best. There's simply no such thing as time travel. I know it's hard, but can't you suspend your disbelief for 1 nanosecond, Edgeworth? I bet sci-fi movies push all your buttons in the wrong way, don't they, Mr. Edgeworth? I can totally picture you yelling, that'll never happen every 5 seconds at the screen. Maybe you should stay away from the movie dates altogether. That's neither here nor there. This is real life we're talking about. But the proof's clearly shown in the photographs. That's right, Mr. Edgeworth. No. Fine, I'll entertain your absurd delusion. If only to demolish it before your very eyes. What? Let's start with this then, shall we? There's one thing your time travel theory fails to explain. The memories of the other guests there. The defendant and Larry remember the reception occurring twice. No member of the Sprocket family has even mentioned such a thing.
Objection!
Let me read, for fuck's sake. That's because a time machine is classified technology. I'm not done, you bird brain. Bird brain? As I was saying, if the entire family had been sworn to secrecy, why hadn't they sworn the woman who was married into the family to secrecy too? That's a good point. Honestly, all it takes is a little common sense, Mr. Wright. Even still... How are we to know the trip through time did not really occur? Is there proof in the photos that it did, and besides, fuck's sake. There's proof in the photos it did, and besides, if time travel doesn't exist, well, I'd be a little disappointed, frankly. I was hoping to go back to the days of my youth. You mustn't allow yourself to be taken in by Mr. Wright's whimsical tales, Your Honour. I've read about it in various literature, you see. And they all say that time travel is not logically feasible. Maybe I was just a little too nonsensical, Nick. Well, in that case, I put your common sense to the test. Excuse me? The wedding reception was held twice. The photos are proof of that. That wasn't because of time travel. Simply because the reception had actually been held twice. Is that the most reasonable way to interpret the situation? Would you care to elaborate, Mr. Wright? If time travel doesn't exist, there's only one way to explain what happened. Somebody must have orchestrated the strange phenomenon, and that somebody is... What if all the guests at the reception conspired together to hold the reception twice and keep quiet about it? What? And for what purpose would they conspire to do such a thing? Well, a brilliant deduction defense. I can tell you're not a renowned lawyer for nothing. I must say I underestimated you. How so, Mr. Nickledy? You've managed to name each event precisely as they happened. You revealed it all to the light of day. Then that means it was us. We orchestrated the whole thing. Yes, the reception was held twice. Not because of time travel, no, we simply held it a second time. What? Why? Why would you do such a thing? To make it as though the murder Miss Ellen committed never happened. Master Solid figured if Miss Ellen, who killed Gloomsbury after the first reception, experienced the reception one more time, she'd think it was a dream. It was he who ordered us to make it happen. However, only a few, myself included, knew of Miss Ellen's crime. Are you saying most of the guests attended 2 receptions without knowing why? Indeed. Oh dear. Indeed. They need no reason. Master Solon told them to do it, and they did it. That is the Sprocket way. And who hid the body in the lantern? We did. We did not anticipate the petals finding their way in, nor the actions of Mr. Butts. And that's how you intended to cover the whole situation up. There's just one thing everyone here has wrong. The real scene of the murder was not the hold, it was the Vista deck. What? Then Miss Wyatt's recollection of the events must be correct. I admit we tried to cover the incident up. But the fact that Miss Ellen killed Gloomsbury is undeniable. This is quite a turn of events. And so it appears we arrived at the truth at last. Now. Please do feel free to travel back in time, Mr. Wright, and attempt to do the trial over again. Go on. Let's not get hasty, Edgeworth. I bet you can't do it. I bet I can't either. Your Honour, we have to hold a separate trial for the cover-up conspiracy later. As far as this case goes, I believe we're ready for your ruling.
Objection!
Just before the defendant lost consciousness during her attack, she said she saw someone strike the victim. It's possible this third party is the true culprit.
Objection!
You still want us to believe the defendant's words? Perhaps you've lost more in your touch during your time abroad. This third person nonsense is nothing but rubbish and you know it.
Objection!
By the same token, how can we trust someone who conspired and lied to fool the court of law? For all we know, they might have been hiding something. You never know when to quit, do you? Now, calm down, both of you. In any case, there isn't enough trustworthy information for me to render a verdict yet. I suggest we continue the trial after both sides investigated the matter further. Oh, very well, Your Honour. That was close. Mr. Nickledy, as for you and your cohort's attempts to cover up this crime, your case will be brought to a separate trial following the resolution of this current one. Understood, Your Honour. Well then, this concludes today's trial. Court is adjourned.